someone asked me why cheese and milk is a bad thing. So you guys will know that you can only produce milk when you're a mother. So cows don't just produce milk just for fun. They have to be pregnant in order to actually start producing milk for their baby. Once that baby's born, the humans want the milk. So the baby calf doesn't get the mother's milk. Instead, it gets separated from its mother, and then they pump the milk away from the mother and give it to the humans. And so what happens is you get the mothers and the babies crying out for each other. It's called bellowing. It's like literally crying out like they're heartbroken, because cows are mammals and they're just like humans in the way that when they are pregnant and have a baby, they release a bonding hormone called oxytocin. This is the deep love that a mother has for their child, and cows have the same. So the babies, if they're male, most of the time they go straight into the veal industry, which means they get sent to the slaughterhouse at like 5 days old and they get killed for veal, and then the females will get turned into dairy cows themselves. But some of them get these little things put in their nose. They're allowed to stay with their mum for a few days, but they get these spiky things put in their nose, so when they try and suckle on their mum, the spike spikes the mother, and so the mother's trying to kick them away and it's painful for the mother. So it's really sad, because can you imagine, as a baby cow, you're trying to get your mum's milk and the mum's kicking you away and you don't know why, and it's because someone's put some spiky contraption into your nose that's hurting your mother as you're trying to get her milk. Or worse than that, you just get taken away from her straight away, and that's it. You just don't get to see her again. And then this happens to mother again and again. Probably for about 3 years she'll have maybe 2 or 3 babies, and then that's it. She gets sent to the slaughterhouse for food. Animals have emotions. They do feel pain like us. Some people say it's actually more cruel, the dairy industry, than just the meat industry, because those dairy cows end up being in the meat industry anyway after all of that suffering. More and more nowadays, people are realizing just how emotionally intelligent animals are and how much they have the capacity to suffer just like we do. So is it fair to put them through that when we don't need to? Of course, I've been talking about milk. Cheese is milk. What's actually quite disgusting is that when the mothers are being milked, their udders are sore, and so they can pus out and get sore and basically infected and stuff. And milk has a legal amount of pus it can have in before it needs to be filtered out, and it's a lot of pus is allowed in there legally. The udders can get really heavy. It can make the cow's legs buckle because they can't even hold the weight of their own udders, because they're basically pumped full with hormones and things like that that allow them to produce more milk than they really naturally should. And the reason why cheese and milk is addictive and people struggle to get rid of it out of their diet is because of that feel-good chemical, that love hormone that is there for their baby. In nature, it would be so that when the baby starts to feed, the baby will keep coming back to its mother to feed. So that chemical and that hormone that you are having is what the baby was meant to have. So you're having that, and it feels good because it's like a feel-good love hormone that's there for the baby cow. So you have that, and so that's why people are addicted to the cheese and stuff. If you want a really quick and easy way of getting rid of the cheese addiction and the milk addiction out of your diet, this book has got a vegan recipe in the back. It takes 1 hour for this process to complete, and it turns off your addiction to things. So it turned off my addiction to smoking cigarettes for like 6 years. I was addicted, I couldn't stop. I did this and literally I was able to stop. It turned off the addiction and the physical cravings and withdrawals I'd had, and it completely just corrected my internal chemistry, so I didn't need the stuff that I was addicted to anymore.